Hi everyone, Gabby here. Today we're making 3-ingredient scones. Now, what we're going to be using is the secret ingredient. Since sometimes I don't have heavy cream or milk or something like that on hand, I've just recently switched over to using this, which is totally oil that doesn't have the heavy oils in it. So it can be used as a replacement for basically sugar, vanilla, and the milk. So I'm thinking, we're gonna try it. I first came across that idea because the other day I was gonna make some pancakes and I didn't have any milk, or the milk I had was out of date. So at the time I was still drinking the other kind of coffee creamer that has the oils in it. So I substituted some of that instead of milk. And it actually gave it a really good flavor. So I'm thinking that this is going to do the same thing for my scones. So the other ingredient that we're going to be using is going to be the egg, and I got the self-rising flour, so we don't have to add anything into that. And I'm just going to make the 3-ingredient recipe, and then maybe afterwards we can try and put some icing on it or something like that if we want. But let's try it and see how it turns out. Oh, by the way, more good news. Yesterday we had 25 subscribers. Today we have 32. So that means 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. A ding for each one of you. So thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so excited about this journey. It's already just changed my life. It's made me feel like I have a community, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so I already have everything measured out here. It's going to be 2.5 cups of the self-rising flour. Just put that in. And then I think I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator. Hold on just a second. And the egg, the cream. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this, since it's already dirty, to put my cream in. You guys can't see that. Let me just turn you down a little bit here. Okay, perfect. So then I'll put the egg in. Now this didn't go very good the other day when I did this. I cracked it and we got eggshell in there, but let's hope that doesn't happen today. And this egg is kind of at room temperature. Yay! I think no eggshell went in. Yay. Okay, and then we'll just stir that up. Okay. So I'll just make a well in the center of this. Do you guys use self-rising flour? That's not really something I ever remember. In fact, when I went to the store to get it, it wasn't like readily available, like available in like 3 different brands or anything. There was only just the one brand. So that's all I got. All right, now we're just going to pour this in here and stir it around. It's actually been so warm here today on the East Coast. I wish it could have been like that the other day when we went to the lake. When I went with my daughter and my grandson instead of that pouring down rain. It is getting ready to come some storms, looks like out the window over there. All right, let's see how this goes. It smells good. Oh, and good news. I just got the renewal for my lease here, where I'm renting this little apartment. And it's the best thing I can find at the least expensive price. And I'm right in town, so that's good. So yeah, I got my renewal for my lease, and I was so excited, and they didn't go up on the rent. I was so excited. Let me see if a spoon will be better for this. Okay. Yeah, I guess that there's not many people have tried this using coffee creamers in place of the milk. But I mean, if you can eliminate having to put the sugar and the vanilla in, that's going to save you a lot, I guess. Now, I did set aside a little bit of flour to put this out on. I mean, that seems still kind of wet to me, so I'm going to add a little bit of this flour back in there. Okay. Because I know it's going to be real gooey, icky, sticky whenever I put it out on the, that should be interesting. I don't know how that'll go, but we'll make it work. All right. This morning I went to a little event that my cousin, she has a foundation that she has events for, and they had a poker run of, you know, it was like some kind of like first responders do this poker run, and that seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun. I couldn't stay too long, but went down there for a few minutes to that. All right, here goes nothing. Let's try this. Alrighty. And this bowl is so heavy. I'm sure it'll be fine though. I might end up having to just bake this into a pan or something if I can't get it to behave. Yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, keep everything homemade instead of, I looked at these things at the grocery store and they look so delicious, but I thought to myself, I don't think I can do that. I mean, there's like a paragraph of ingredients in it. So at least if I want a little treat and I make it at home, I feel like it's a little bit healthier maybe, so we'll see. I have these little cookie cutters over here. I'll show them, well, I better show them to you before I put my hands in that. That I picked up a while back and I hadn't used them, so I washed them, and I was thinking maybe I would just try some of the different sizes in this, but if the batter's going to be super sticky, I may not be able to do that. I don't know. We'll see. Can you guys see this? No, you can't. Hold on a second and I'll help you see it. There we go. Okay. Of course, I have my little fan blowing because, you know, girls got to have her air conditioner fan. Whoa. No, I don't know about this. Like I said, guys, you know I'm always trying it for the first time. Only here, you'll see it. Oh, my goodness. I feel like I'm just going to maybe just cut it into little triangles like a pizza, like this, because it doesn't feel like it's going to behave too goodly. So, let's just do that. Won't be able to tell when we cut it in half right here. I didn't go too badly. I'll try to keep flour on this real good, and then maybe it will behave. I'm so excited to have these because I used to have a little coffee shop years ago down on our little main street. That was right when the recession happened, that big 2008 crash. Well, you can imagine how that went for me. And then after that's when I started my Etsy shop. And so that was like in 2010. And then that went really well for me for a few years, like maybe 10 years. So that was good. All right. Now, let's see how I'm going picking those things up. I wonder if I have my little cake. Maybe this might work. Let's try this. All right, hold on. I really didn't want to have to leave all that flour on there, but, you know, if you got to do it, you got to do it, I guess. Well, that's not bad. Maybe I can pat some of the flour off. There we go. All right. I think the key to this is just going to be keeping everything floured really good. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I'll try. I'm trying to get better at editing so I don't have to put you guys through all this nonsense. Okay. That's just the fun of cooking in Gabby's kitchen. Can't mess it up. All right, well, I'm not hating this. I mean, it seems like it's staying pretty fluffy, and I'm just trying to get some of the flour off. I hope this pan's big enough. Oh. So then it says that, you know, to reserve just a little bit of the cream. Well, normally you'd be using heavy cream, but, you know, we use the coffee creamer stuff. And just brush the tops with it, and you can sprinkle a little bit of sugar on there, which I'm going to do that because I have some raw sugar. Oh, let me turn the oven on, because you're supposed to bake these at, let's see, 400. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. So by the time I get the milk on them and stuff, then maybe the oven will be hot. All right, we got one more little skinny one here. I think I have to put you a little bit more sideways. There we go. All right. You know, it's almost getting time to go out for the pumpkin patch and all that kind of fun stuff. And where I live, whoo, people come out here for that because we have so much of the pumpkin patches out here on these farms and wineries and all kinds of sorts of fun stuff. All right, here we go. Let me just get rid of this stuff here without getting flour all over us. Okay. All right, so that's how they look right now. You can see them. Let's see. I don't know what that. Okay. Now we need something to brush the cream on. Oh, good. It's in the dishwasher, so it's clean. All right, so we'll just brush some of this on here gently. Cream. Well, there's so much flour on there still that it's not really sticking that good, but this is our first time trying it. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. I think this is going to be a great recipe. It's probably something I'm going to go back to again and again. And, you know, you can always use different flavored coffee creamers like hazelnut or some of those other style. Let me get the little packs of sugar. Okay, so these are the little, I just have these little packs of raw sugar. I'm going to sprinkle some on the top of it. And then I guess I'll bake these for about 10 or 12 minutes and see how they look at that point. I don't think it'll take too long because at 400 degrees, that's pretty, oh yeah, that looks nice. So this will add a little bit of extra sugar because I didn't add any sugar in the recipe since I feel like that cream already had the sugar in it for us. So, oh, that's going to be nice. Yeah, please leave me a comment down below if you've ever tried making pancakes or scones or muffins or anything like that with the coffee creamer. I mean, like, I don't know how you could go wrong. It's just, especially this one, the one that I'm using now is actually milk-based. It's not the one with all the oils and stuff in it. So it's just, again, 4 ingredients. It just has cream, milk, sugar, and natural flavoring. Now, the natural flavoring, who knows what that is, because, you know, that they didn't really tell us. But that's the 4 ingredients. So I'm going to put these in the oven. That's how they look. Yummy. And then I'm going to come back when they're baked. Okay, see you in a minute. All right, so here we are back. The scones baked for about 12 minutes on 400, and this is how they look. I think they're plenty done. I turned one upside down to look at the bottom, and yeah, looks like they poofed up really good, so I'm really happy with that. I'll probably have to put them out on a little cooling rack for a few minutes, and then we'll see if we can taste them and if they need the icing. Okay, we'll be back. Oh, again, I wanted to tell you guys about these. I picked these up at the thrift store for like $1 a piece. And I love these little things for baking. They are wonderful. I highly recommend them. They don't take up a lot of room. They just fit on the ends of your fingers. Now, of course, if you're like cooking Thanksgiving dinner or something and you needed the big ones because you don't want to get your arms burned, then that's understandable. But for just baking, these are wonderful. We'll be back. Okay, guys, they've been cooling for about 6 or 7 minutes, to be honest, because I want to try one. I just can't wait. So they're still warm. I'm gonna just cut one so we can try it, and then I have the stuff here at the ready to make the icing too, because I feel like I should put something on them. I think that would be good, and I don't know how sweet they're gonna be, but I'm just gonna add, I have a little bit of the creamer, coffee creamer in here, the vanilla, and I might put a little bit of the maple flavoring in the icing just to give it a little bit different taste. So anyways, let's try it. I'm really happy about how fluffy they are. All right, let's cut into one. Let me see what I'm doing over here. I want you guys to be able to see. All right, here we are. Well, I don't know. Should I cut it this way? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks really good. It's light and fluffy. Brown on the bottom. It's got all the little things like scones would have a little break where it breaks and rises. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. All right. Well, let's try it and see how it tastes with just the raw sugar on there. Definitely tastes like cake. It's almost very cake-like. It tastes, yeah, like a vanilla cake, kinda. It's definitely sweet enough. It's very biscuity, if that's a word. Just how I would have planned for a scone to turn out myself, just a simple scone recipe. Yeah, they're delicious. I would definitely do this again. You could add in the berries or anything you wanted. I would definitely like to have the icing on it, though. Definitely like to have the icing. Yeah, let me show it to you again. These would be really good with butter and jam on them, too. Delicious. All right, so let's make a little bit of the icing. Let me get the rest of this stuff together. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do is like put a cup of powdered sugar. I think this is about a cup in here. And then this is always the hard part, making sure you don't put too much of the cream, because then it's just a back and forth of constantly adding and taking and separating. So I'm just going to put like a spoon of whatever this is. Maybe that's a teaspoon. I might put 2 of those. All right, and then I'll just take the whisk and see if that makes any progress with it. Not really. Oh, I tell you guys, let me add some of this maple flavoring. That will make it a little bit wetter too. All right. I'll just put a little drop of that because there's not much in here now, so I'm going to add a little drizzle icing like this with the powdered sugar. I know people make it for the cookies at Christmas and all that stuff. Some people put butter, some people put milk. I just thought I would just use the creamer, you know, since we used it for the recipe and it turned out so good. Well, I'm not making very much progress with this now, am I? We're just all learning together. Like I said, you can be rest assured that we're all doing it together for the first time here, because we just have to make our little mistakes like that would happen and move forward from there. going to work. So let me drizzle some of this on here. Oh yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Maybe it's a little heavy, but that's okay. I don't mind. Maybe I'll just put it on some of them and not on all of them. I just think it looks so pretty with the icing drizzled across the top. And of course, I'm sure my grandson and my daughter will like the icing too. I mean, who doesn't like the drizzle icing? Yeah, I feel like cooking stuff like this at home is just so much healthier, and then you can have your little treat because all those things that go into the stuff in the stores, I'm just not sure what it is. And this way I feel like even though maybe it's not the most healthiest treat, it's certainly, I'm controlling what goes into it. So that makes me feel a lot better about it. These up, please, go gently. There we go. Yeah, those look good. I'm so happy with this recipe. I mean, it's really turned out well. I'm just excited. I can't wait to try one now with the icing on it. So I'll get them on to the plate and we'll be back. Okay, everyone. I got them on the little plates here. These are so cute for fall. Those would be wonderful on a breakfast table in the morning time. I also put a little bit of icing on the piece that I had. So I'm going to try it with the icing. I think it's going to be fine, especially with that little bit of maple on there. So let me cut that off. Okay, so there's a little bit of icing on there. Mmm. That's even better. So anyways, this turned out really great. I highly recommend trying this recipe. Again, it's 2.5 cups of the self-rising flour, 1.5 cups of the dairy milk creamer, vanilla, and then 1 egg. So, and then of course you could add anything else you wanted to it. But anyways, thanks for spending some time with me today and giving me encouragement. I really appreciate it. And this is Gabby. I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you are too. Bye.